Well, Mary, thank you so much for joining us here at Connect Marketplace in New Orleans. This is our 4th year that we have had Connect Marketplace, and it's our highest attendance, and I think that's in part due to New Orleans. So.
Oh, I thought you meant this is your 4th year in New Orleans. It's your first time in New Orleans, but your 4th.
First time in New Orleans.
Well, what does that tell you? You're coming back?
Yes, I think we might be. But I want to ask you, what do you think it is about New Orleans that makes people just love to visit this city?
Well, particularly for meeting planners, it's a hospitality city. We are born to be hospitable people, that when you go to a restaurant here, the wait staff is not a frustrated scriptwriter or a frustrated actor. They've been in the service business for generations, and people here have their own waiters at each place, and the whole concierges, and everybody takes great pride in helping you do your job. So it's been my experience as an events planner too. There are plenty of places that make it more difficult. It's not fun. Party people can come here, and events planners can come here and actually party and listen to some of what's going on with the events that they're planning. The other advantage is logistics. Everything is compact. We did the '88 convention here, and it was my favorite convention of the 10 that I've been at. People love the Super Bowls here. We're having one coming up. It's our 10th. We do the Final Four here. So the point is that the philosophy and the geography of the city were built to serve your interests. And people have fun here. There's a lot of peculiarities, I said in the best sense of the word. I mean, I said to my husband last week, I said, living in New Orleans, we've been here 5 years now, it's like being on vacation all the time. There's always something going on, there's something to see, it's a history that most Americans don't understand about their own country. It was a place that was run by the French and the Spanish before it was a United States territory. So you have all those European influences. A lot of Europeans that come here think they're in France or Spanish or somewhere in Western Europe. And then of course there's the cuisine, and the architecture is unique in all of America, and there's just a lot to do. I would urge anybody who's here now or coming in the future, the French Quarter is fabulous. Get out of the French Quarter. The city's a lot cooler and bigger than the French Quarter, which is marvelous. But take the streetcar up St. Charles and across Carrollton. Go to the zoo, look at the universities. I mean, it's really, go to City Park, go to our museum. We have a beautiful art museum, which nobody even thinks of.
There's so much to do. How do you decide?
Go on and on. Well, that's what I said, 5 years, I haven't seen it all. Even I have 2 teenage girls there every weekend. Let's go do this, let's go do that. There's always musical acts here. Of course, we have our indigenous music. So you asked me the wrong question, because I'm never going to shut up.
Great.
I'd like to be an events. Well, we are kind of events planning. We're always doing something at our house or something around here, because it really is the heart and soul of the city. And this year was our best tourist year ever. So, but I still find people out in the world say, "Are you recovered from Katrina?" I'm like, hello. Yes,
of course.
It's better. It's better. It's kept its soul, but we're really a better place.
Of course, you and your husband, James Carville, are famously known as a couple who have very differing views when it comes to politics, yet somehow you're making this marriage work. So
20 years.
20 years. I know one thing you've said is that one way you make it work is that you don't talk politics at home. So.
Well, we have 2 teenage girls. We share faith. We share a love of football. We share an affection for red wine. We like the same kind of people. We are both devoted to the city and to Mayor Mitch Landrieu. Our similarities are way more than our differences. And why would I want to? I'm not going to persuade him. He's not going to persuade me. So why? I have plenty of good conservatives that I can share time with, and I'd rather talk about football or theology with my husband than political philosophy. We just agree to disagree. But he's a good man. He is a Louisianan, and he was an altar boy and Catholic, but we do have 2 teenage girls. That takes up a lot of oxygen. We spend a good 80% of the time we have to talk to each other about various and sundry interesting events in the girls' lives at 14 and 17. New Orleans empty nesters.
Well, you were talking about your love of football, and you will be hosting the Super Bowl next year, so I'd be curious to get who's going to be playing in the big game. Who's your pick?
I hope the Saints are in it. If the Saints are in it and we're here for our 10th Super Bowl, I think we may just spontaneously combust. People are so excited about the Saints. I was talking to a cab driver the other day about the first game after Katrina. When Steve Gleason, who's suffers unfortunately from Lou Gehrig disease, did that running touchdown. I mean, there are very few things that unify cross culture, cross race, cross income, and in a town like this, it does. So I hope the Saints are in it. But if they're not, we'll be a fine host to whoever it is. And the sports media loves coming here. The the owners love coming here. They come here for meetings. People just like to come here, and it's a good time of year because they never have any weather issues, though they certainly didn't anticipate weather issues in Dallas. But it's just this, you don't have to be a team advocate to have a good time at the Super Bowl in New Orleans. So I hope it's the Saints, but it doesn't matter after that.
Well, we'll see how the city puts on one of its biggest events during the year. Thank you so much for joining us here at Connect Marketplace, and it's such a pleasure to have you.
Thank you for coming. Come back. Come often.